Refined Rage is a show that will cause you to think. If you are empty-minded or are not big on thinking, I suggest you leave now before the brainwaves nuke your pathetic gray matter. That is all.
Hello all YouTube viewers, welcome to Refined Rage episode 3. Today's episode is going to be about Hurricane Katrina. Hurricane Katrina hit back in the summer of 2005. It ravaged the lives of many, split up families, destroyed homes, killed many. It was a real disaster. It couldn't have been stopped. The only thing that you could have done was run. And at the time, some people were unable to do so. So, now, we're in 2008, right? That's good. Now, tell me something. Are all the damages from Hurricane Katrina fixed? Does everybody have a house? Is everybody reunited with their families? Something? No. Are all the damages the South where Hurricane Katrina hit is still in wreck? And people have seemed to have forgotten all about Hurricane Katrina. It's moved out of their heads. And why is this? Well, Hurricane Katrina was a great disaster for the news. Remember, as I said in my past episode, the news thrives on ratings. And oh wow, this was a story for them to get. So, the news covered Hurricane Katrina. And so people felt bad about Hurricane Katrina. They lamented the loss of their fellow brother, or so you would think. Charities were open for everybody of all sorts and kinds. Donate food, donate money, donate clothing. That's all nice. But once the news left, everybody sort of just moved on to the next topic. Now, what about President Bush? He did make his runs around there, and I don't know, he seemed to be helping out, didn't he? Well, no, he didn't. Really, it was more just of a photo shoot for President Bush to, boost his very, very sad approval ratings. So with Bush not really helping out at all and everybody leaving, with still Hurricane Katrina ravaged the South, what is there to pick up? And what about all the proceeds donated? Where did they go? Well, for the money that you donated, I'll have you know, the government of course regulates money, and if you're doing Hurricane Katrina charity, unless you're doing it on your own independently and you're going down there with the money yourself to buy food, supplies, and other goods for the people who need it most, unless you're doing that, then the government gets a hold of it. And now the government takes that money and they decide what goes where, what money goes to Katrina's funds and what goes other places. And I gotta say, not much goes to Katrina's funds. And how about those FEMA trailers, huh? The FEMA trailers were in red tape for the longest time, and they still are. And it's very difficult for people to go and get a FEMA trailer. It should have not been an issue. They should have had the trailers ready, they should have had everybody up in trailers, and they should have been working on a place to relocate them, a plan to relocate them. Now, why relocation? Why not rebuilding? Well, it's simple. When Hurricane Katrina hit, it broke through the seawall, and it completely demolished everything in its path. The place that it hit, New Orleans, well, it's under the sea level. It's basically in a bowl. So, the tides are rising, as we all know, due to global warming. And if there was another hurricane to hit, which I can guarantee there will be, because history has a way of repeating itself, due to the fact, well, obviously there is a hurricane season. Now, the past years weren't so bad for hurricanes, so nobody has really paid attention. That's probably a big reason why there's nothing new going on. But there will be another hurricane. And when you're finally done spending all your money and rebuilding the South, making a new seawall, what happens then? A bigger hurricane comes, bigger than Katrina, amazingly huge. Nobody could have fathomed the power of this hurricane. And it's due to happen. I mean, if you look at the natural disasters happening around the world, it's just building up and building up and building up until it finally does hit. And then what happens? it breaks through the seawall as if it was a piece of paper. Like all that time was nothing. It was worth nothing. The money spent, gone. The time spent, gone. And the people who are there, many of which were relocated into their old neighborhoods because they have, well, let's be honest, they have a history there. And when you have a history with the place, it's hard to just get up and leave. I understand that. But those people will be demolished, and maybe they won't be so lucky this time as to escape.